Okay. How's that sound going? Hello, how are we over here? Sounds like we're pretty good. Okay. We're going to leave you on. Excellent. For those of you who are already here, welcome. Keep on loving you. Is it Origo Speedwagon? I think it's Origo Speedwagon. So welcome, lie down. We've still got a few minutes before we're going to begin, so make yourself comfortable and we're going to have a really gorgeous practice tonight. Hi, for those of you who are just joining us, we'll start in a couple of minutes and let me know how the sound's going, if anything disrupts. I've done lots of tests, so we should be okay tonight. Okay. So if you are lying down, just come up to a seated position so that we can begin together. I know I'm a bit of a pushover, and if you have had a really exhausting day, you can lie down, of course. What we're looking to do though is, if you do feel like you can sit, we're going to elongate the spine as usual and find some balance between both sitting bones. Just for the last 30 seconds while we wait for our next few people to join us. Allow your crown of your head to reach up tall. Relax your shoulders. Open your collarbone. And close your eyes and just start to focus on the sensation of the breath moving in and out of your nose. So as you sit here, let's once again reconnect with the full sync practice, which I've been practicing as part of the program I'm doing at the moment, which is a really interesting process, and I've found that it is a great one to return to when I'm a little scattered or unfocused. So we're sitting tall, closing your eyes, and start to notice how you feel physically. Rolling the shoulders back, dropping down deeper through the seat. Soften your gaze down toward the heart and start to observe how you feel today in your body. What's taking your attention? And draw your attention, your breath in particular, to that part of the body. Direct your attention to feed that part of you that's taking, that you want to take notice of. And now move your attention to start to notice where you're, or how you're feeling emotionally today. Starting to scan in through the body. Is it difficult for you to get to the mat now that we've been going for 4 weeks? you finding that you're putting it in the too hard basket, which is really understandable? So taking note of how much effort it takes for you to get to the mat. And if you don't, just notice, start to become aware of how you're feeling. And so now take your attention to your mental space in this moment right now. You might feel a sense of relief that you're showing up here for the loo. Or you might feel like you've just rushed to get here. Often we are rushing to get to yoga, it's so ironic. When we sit nice and quietly and calmly, we're inside we're frantic. I mean, not me, of course. Oh. So how's your mental state? And then let's drop away from that knowledge of physical, emotional, and mental and tune in now to the space above your head. About 8 inches above your head. As you start to tune into your spiritual awareness, the consciousness, your higher self. And when you start to notice this space above your head, notice if any sensations arise or move through the body. And now that you've taken this inventory, bring your palms together and set an intention for our REO Speedwagon special, Keep on Loving You Yoga Half Hour. Namaste. Thanks for being here. I'm going to jump on that. Put my little timer on. Okay, let's start in our dog pose. Just coming back and noticing if those places that you focused on physically when you first sat, if you can start to maybe move the stretch into those parts of the body that were asking for some love, asking for a bit of attention. And you can move around as much as you like here, just starting to warm in. You might like to roll your head, like to bend one leg, straighten the other. Just nice and slowly. There's no rush. You might like to bend deeply into the knees and then switch your heels over to one side. Oh, God, I love that one. Crickety crack. Coming back. And let's walk forward. Fold forward. So I'm reminding you this week to work really deeply in the leg, because if you are at home and you're doing a lot of sitting, more so than usual perhaps, you might be starting to feel really tight in your lower back and in the backs of the legs, in the hamstrings. So we're really looking to get a deeper stretch there. So bring the side of the hip over the heel. So you're bringing your weight a little bit further forward. It's almost as if you're overbalancing and you're hanging down. So we've been repeating this move, and my beautiful teacher, Kristen Boddington, she runs Living Yoga Sangha in Mullumbimby, if you're ever up there. She's incredible. Just gave me this really simple instruction last year, and it's really deepened my hamstring practice. And bending your knees is fine. It doesn't matter if you're not super, super bendy. Bend your knees, bring your elbows on your knees. Reach the arms forward. Inhale up, reach up really high, looking up. Make sure you're not collapsing into your lower back here or overarching. So tail broad, heart open. Open the hands if you need to. Little fingers rolling in. Squeeze and reach. Take the arms wide. Palms together. Reach up nice and tall. Swan dive, reaching out through the sides, broaden through your collarbone and fold. 3 lifts, inhale. Exhale, dropping in. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, dropping down. Inhaling up. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And let's step the right foot back nice and tall. Come into a little lunge. And then we're actually moving all the way back into our dog pose again, taking the left foot behind us up nice and high. Let's do a little warm up here. 3-legged plank. Inhale, tiger curling in. Exhaling back up. Now you know that there's an option to take the knee on the floor and do the tiger curls like so. But if you feel like you can take the stronger, coming forward from dog, 3-legged. 3 more. Tuck the chin. Lift and open through the back of the legs. Spread the toes on the raised leg. Last one. Very nice. Lift, lift, lift. Now we're bringing this left foot forward, placing it between the hands, dropping into a lunge. But let's start by getting a nice arch through the spine. Tuck your chin in. Curl your tailbone forward. Press into the fingertips. Tuck the chin in. Press back into the ball of the foot a little more as you lift the chest inward. Drop the knee down. Bring the hands up onto the knee. Reach up. Hold onto the knee. You can clasp the hands and pull back. You can release the back foot if you like. You can come out of the lunge a little if it's too deep. Reach up and back and then take right hand onto the outside edge of left knee. Twist and look around. Really simple twist. You can keep the back bend if you like. Drop a little deeper. Reach up and over, both hands joining. Lean and open the chest. Squeeze and lift up. Out of the lunge, lift the chest higher. Press firmly into the front foot. Reach up. Come all the way down. Back foot's coming forward. And fold. Reach up tall. And exhale. Tucking under, reaching up. Exhaling down. 3 lifts. Keep that sense of elevation through the side. Heel in line with your hip. Bend the knees if you need to. Feel the hamstrings responding. Exhale. I'm going to fold right in. I can get heavy with the head. Inhale. Place the hands. This time left foot coming back. Nice and tall. A little arch. Squeeze the back knee. And let's send the right foot up and back. So again, you can drop this knee. Doing your tiger curls like so. Otherwise, you're coming up. We're doing 6. Nice and firm. Spread the toes on the right foot. Lengthen up and back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I think that's 4. 2 more. A little hover. And place the right foot forward. Let's work our lunge for a moment. Arching up, squeeze the belly. Tuck the tail under even more. Press into the fingertips and bring the chin in. Feel that connection between the front and the back of your body. Tailbone, pubic bone, navel, chin to chest. Other way. Drop the knee down. Interlace hands around there and squeeze up and back. You can flatten that back foot. Oh, I'm really puffed. Oh, it feels good. And right hand on the back, left hand twist. And again, you can keep the back bend going if it feels okay. Otherwise, coming up, twisting like so. Working to your threshold, always. Very nice. Bring the other hand, left hand back. Come out of the lunge and lift the chest higher. Walk the hands up the back a little if you can. Squeeze and roll the shoulders back. Lift the chin, lift the chest. Drop the hands down. Step forward and fold. And rolling up. And reaching back. Reaching up and back. Let's swan dive down. Step the right foot back. Little lunge moment. Right knee to the floor. Hamstring stretch again. As you do this, you've all done this a lot. You're bringing the chest forward. Or maybe you haven't, because maybe there's someone on here I don't know. Quite possible. If you haven't done this very much, you're going to bring the chest forward as if there's a golden thread pulling the chest forward and take the hips back. So you can curl the hips a little, and then you can tuck them the other way as if you're doing a little cow pose here. Take the left foot back and reach. Right arm reaching forward, left arm reaching back. Very nice. Long breaths. Take hold of the back foot. And open, lift the knee. Squeeze the left shoulder into the socket. And flatten the back foot if you wish. Lifting up. Look down at your thumb if it feels too strong on the neck. Squeeze the front body into the back body. Bring right arm down. Tuck the back foot. Lift up. And left heel coming over to the left buttock. Look up and under. Very nice. Oh, that feels yummy. Straighten the left leg. Step all the way forward. Lunge deep. Hands on the inside. Bring your heart forward. Send your heel back. Very nice. Turn your toes in. Make sure your feet are on the same plane. Interlace your hands behind you and bring your chin to your chest. Again, bring this idea of bringing your weight forward. Lifting the shoulders back. Bend the knees a little if that's more comfortable for you. Reaching up and back. Big breaths. Very nice. Come all the way up. Turn forward over the left foot. Lift the back foot. Step back to dog. Come through a little vinyasa. And up dog. And back. And step forward. Fold. Reach arms wide. Lift the navel. Release the hands back to your heart. Inhaling up. Swan dive all the way down. Left foot coming back. Little lunge moment. Left knee down. Hamstring stretch. Very nice. Couple of breaths here. Coming forward. Take the right leg back behind you. Raise the left arm. Lengthen. My top's hanging down here, but imagine that you're bringing your floating ribs into the navel, pushing out through the ball of the foot, really extending the back leg, extending the front arm. Press into the whole palm. Squeeze the ribs in and release. Come up into your dog pose. Oh, actually, no, don't do that. Bend the back knee. Reach back. Lift up and behind you. Excuse my back. So it's opposite arm to leg. Lifting the knee and opening the chest around. Where can you surrender? So I'm holding quite tightly in my left shoulder. So I'm just going to see if I can release a little more. That's better. So where are you resisting? Where can you surrender? And release. Let's come up into our dog pose. 3-legged dog. Bend right leg, heel toward the buttock, and look and open underneath the side of the body. Lift the knee higher if you like. You can look up to the sky. Press into the heel on the straight leg. Yummy. So we're stepping the right foot forward again, turning into our fold. So interlacing hands behind the head again, reaching up and over. Very nice. Before we come into our triangle pose, so let's do this on our left side. So right foot's facing forward. I'm going to switch around so I can see you. And let's slide down into our triangle pose. Sometimes it feels really nice to keep your hand on your foot. There's a million ways to do this pose. You might like to keep a little bit more stable with your hand on your shin. Keep strong through the outside edge of the back foot. Lift up from the heels to the inner thighs to your pubic bone. If it's too strong with the arm lifted, keep it on your body. Roll yourself around from the bottom ribs under. Squeeze and lift up into the arches of your feet. Then energetically stretch the mat longer. Very nice, reaching up. Dropping yourself forward. Folding over the front leg. We're coming into half moon pose actually, so we're lifting the back heel, bending the front leg. You might like to stay here and just practice raising and lowering the leg. Keeping both hands on the floor, or otherwise you're taking the right hand to the right hand corner of your mat. And lifting up and under. Draw your tail towards your heels, squeeze the belly. Relax the head if you need to. Ooh, beautiful. Bend the front knee slowly. Come into your warrior two. Keep that right knee coming to the little toe side. So you're getting a nice stretch from heels outward. Relax the shoulders, lengthen the crown. Reach further through the fingertips. Even yourself over the center of your hips. Energetically squeeze the heels together and feel what happens, and then look over your front arm. Keep looking there, breathing strong. Very nice. Raise arms up. Press your palms together. Both toes are coming in. Switch your feet. Straighten the left leg. Let's have a little stretch over our front leg to start with. Placing your hands where you like, maybe here, maybe further forward. Where can you surrender? Where can you just really feel into it? You might want to keep moving like I am because I do feel a bit stiff in my head, neck and shoulders. I want a bit of fluidity. So really start to tailor what you feel like. You're so welcome. Nice. So maybe bring that back foot in a little. Slide the left hand onto your foot or next to your outside edge of your left foot. Right hand onto the hip. Twist and open. Lifting up from the inner heels to the pubic bone. Lifting the heels energetically together and then stretch your mat energetically apart. Draw up into the knees, lifting and squeezing into thighs. Knees moving to the little toe side, slightly bent. Make sure you're not hyperextending there. Squeeze the belly in as you gently tuck the navel slightly down toward the back heel. Tail slightly toward the back heel. And release. Squaring off the hips. Coming into our half moon pose. So you might like to practice raising and lowering the leg. Front knee can be bent. If you'd like to move into half moon, go ahead, finding your balance slowly. Extend down through the navel to the tail, activating the base ribs, drawing down the waist. So you're really getting that sense of the back body coming forward and into the front body and vice versa. Keep active through the ball of the foot on the raised leg. So gorgeous. We're coming into our warrior two, bending into the front leg. Not so smooth tonight. So a nice plumb line through the center. Imagine your spine is coming through the middle of your seat bones. Front knee coming to the little toe side. Feel that activation in here, in the adductors, looking forward. Squeeze your heels energetically together and feel everything stabilize. Relax the shoulder blades and gently squeeze them together. And bring the hands down. Step back into dog. Come forward into plank. Knees down, chest down or straight down. Cobra or up dog. Buttocks back to the heels. Have a little rest. Come back up onto the bottom. Left leg straight, right leg bent. Lift the chest. Bring the right leg across the body if you can. Tuck around with the left. Right hands in nice and close, lifting up, tall, long spine. Take hold of the knee and come round in a twist. Stay tall through the center line instead of moving up and back. Keep the twist coming into the center where we've been working, where you're drawing ribs down, navel in. Maybe feeling warm. Reach the right arm up and over. Swap hands. Into a nice open twist. Relax the shoulders. Release the right arm up and back. Switch your legs. Lift the chest. Raise the right arm. Elbow to the outside edge of the knee. That means you're too bunched up and screeched. You know what I mean. Use your arm, use your hand. And again, we're drawing down through the side of the body, squeezing the navel. Relax the shoulders, relax your jaw, relax the tongue away from the roof of your mouth. If it feels okay, take the head behind you. Reach the right arm up and back. Reach the left arm up and on the inside of the knee, Press the knee against the elbow to provide some resistance. So you'll feel that adductor engage again on the left side. Press and twist. Stay tall. Release all tension. Release, release. Come back to the center. Take your feet together. Bring your arms up. Slide them underneath. Lift your feet. Bring your thumb and forefinger together. Lift your chest and balance. Focus on your breath. Release your hands. Boat pose, lifting up. Release the knees wide, soles of the feet together. Rest for a moment. Allow the body to settle here. And take both knees over to the right, looking over the left arm. Take both knees over to the left, looking over your right arm. Take both knees into the center and gently squeeze. And now you can lie and rest in Shavasana as I read you a little poem. Just stay here and let yourself recalibrate. And let go and allow your practice to take effect because you've worked hard. So I wanted to read you something. This is 3 books in one, and the size of it. Buddhism for Mothers. No pressure. Anyway, this is a great book, and this was given to me by my beautiful friend Kaz when I became a new nun. This magnificent poem called The Guest House is by Sufi poet Rumi. This being human is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honourably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whatever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Thank you for joining me tonight. I know that it's quite tricky sometimes to show up, and that's why I'm doing this every week. I'll see you next week. Namaste.